which you cannot get back. You cannot claim that I have spent the last few days wrongly, so please give me back these days. You can that is not possible. Gone is gone. So you must be practical with the present time. Our emotions mostly determine what we do and what we say. Our emotions determine mostly what we say, what we do. And also they will determine our immediate problems. Immediate. And our goal is to liberate ourselves from the rule of emotion so that our thinking and our reason that should dominate the emotion. Emotion is like water. When you are swimming in the water, what the swimmer will do is keep the head above the level of water. So also, in the same manner, we have to swim in the water of emotions, but keep your head above. That means your mind, your thinking and reasoning should be above the emotion. If you do not raise the head above the flow of water, then you will get suffocated because the water enters into your nose. So in the same manner, If you do not practice that your thinking and reasoning should dominate the emotions, then you are lost, completely drowned in the emotion. And it takes a long time before we could come out. And sometimes may not be possible in that birth. Because the whole life we keep in the struggle, involved in the emotions. So, before we can control conditions, before we can control the conditions, we have to control the emotions. The one who cannot control his emotions cannot control any conditions which are there before him. Violent emotional reactions, violent, so violent emotional, they are very exhausting. We get exhausted by them. So violent emotional reactions are very exhausting, and they create confusion, difficulties, and also they cause suffering. Whenever there is a violent emotional reaction, that makes you very much exhausted and your energy is lost.
создает нам сложности и страдания. И при этом мы теряем много энергии.
And it disturbs the clarity of your understanding.
И также нарушает чистоту вашего понимания. Чистота? И также лишает нас ясности понимания того, что происходит.
And you will enter into difficulties.
И вследствие этого мы попадаем в сложности.
And then there will be a stress upon your consciousness.
И это производит стресс в нашем сознании.
And this causes suffering.
И это в результате приводит нас к страданию.
And our emotional nature it causes a torture for us, for ourselves. We are tortured. Torture.
Тортур. Наша эмоциональная природа заставляет нас страдать, мучиться.
Master has given a wonderful example for this. Somebody, he said to me, for example, he said to me that you are a fool. You are a fool. No, it's an example. For example, I am here. Suppose you called me a fool. You simply said that, Ananta, you are a fool. And then, this for example. And you have only said once. And then you forgot it. And I went home and started to think that Victor called me a fool. Huh? And every minute, every fraction, why should he call me a fool? I get emotional. I feel that I am such a great man, he called me a fool. And then minutes and hours are passing. And suppose my wife wants to say something, I said, don't disturb me, he called me a fool. And then she was thinking that how to handle this fellow, how to manage. And then she has placed some delicious food before me to change my mind. And I say, I don't want to eat because he called me a fool. So, it is already 2 hours or 3 hours he called me a fool. And he called only once. But now the image of Victor in my mind is calling me, you are a fool, you are a fool, you are a fool, like this. So the whole night I could not eat, I could not sleep. I got palpitation, pain in the heart, and angry. So in the morning, I was taken to the doctor, the cardiologist. I was taken to the doctor, to the cardiologist. Then he has measured my blood pressure. The mercury column was going up like this. And then he took electrocardiogram and it was showing the graph like this. So then I was put in the hospital. So I have to spend 50,000 rupees, for example. I had to pay to the hospital. And at last I came home very much exhausted. And at the end the result is that even though he said only once that I am a fool, but with all this emotional behavior, I have proved that I am a fool. I have confirmed that yes, what Victor said is, I am a fool now. See? So I have spent so much of money for nothing. If I have a control on my emotion, then what I will do, how I behave. Then I come home and see, he said that I am a fool. If there is something to rectify, I will rectify. And then I verified everything in myself, in my behavior. And if I am sure that there is nothing, then why he has called me a fool, then I will just say that it is his business, I am not concerned. So I normally take my food and I sleep well. And I forget this completely. So this is possible when I have perfect control on my emotion. So there are many situations in life which will test us whether we have a control on the emotion or not. In Ramayana, the father of Rama just announced that he is going to encrown Rama. And he called for Rama and said, "You get ready, I am going to encrown you as the prince. You and your wife get ready for this." Rama said, "Okay." And then this king went to the palace of his another wife. Mother of Bharata. And this Bharata is another son, but he, son of another wife. So this lady, she came to know that the king has announced to encrown Rama. She had two promises from the king from the past. And then now she said, can I ask you for these two promises now? He said, yes, 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 my dear, I will fulfill whatever you ask. Then she asked, the first thing is to send Rama in exile to the forest for 14 years. And the second thing is make my son the king. Then the king he could not bear this, he collapsed there. He fell down without, not able to speak anything. And then she sent a word to Rama. She sent a word to Rama to come. And Rama has great reverence. He treats her also as his own mother. So he came and he has seen his father fainting there. And his stepmother, the mother of Bharata, explained his situation. And then Rama said, I am very glad for what you have asked. I have no. So he very gladly he has accepted her proposal. While explaining this, Master says, if you have measured the blood pressure of Rama before, when he was going to be encrowned, and after when he heard the words of his stepmother, there is no change. Rama is always, no emotion, he is always same. He never felt specially happy because he is going to be encrowned, and he never felt depressed or unhappy when he was asked to go into forest. So that is the ideal man. That is why Rama is an ideal human being. So, therefore, it is very important for us to practice to have a control over our emotion. So this control can be possible by the mind,
с помощью ума,
through will.
через волю.
So you have to use the will.
То есть нам необходимо применять, использовать для этого волю.
And also by dispassion, no passion.
Учиться бесстрастно, бесстрастие,
And discrimination
а также развлечение,
and detachment. And detachment. So detachment, you have to use this detachment very much. So by using all this, emotion will lose its control upon us. It cannot dominate our activity and our thinking. And emotion cannot direct our life. So it is only by mastering emotion that one ceases to be destructive. If you can have a mastery over emotion, then you will stop to be destructive. You will not be destructive. So your behavior will be a harmless behavior. Harmless behavior. And you begin to function as a spiritual man, spiritual being, dominated by love and wisdom. So previously you were dominated by emotion, but now you are dominated by love and wisdom. So then on, so now he is explaining about desire.
Теперь он объясняет по поводу желаний. Wishes and desires.
You will see, you will learn. So desire is the outstanding quality of the emotional nature.
Сильное качество эмоциональной природы.